The workshop's getting a huge revamp. The reason why is because I've made a new tool purchase. It is going to be taking up most of this side of the workshop, so this entire wall has to go. Hoping to paint the floor. This half of the shop's going to look very different. I think it's just time to get started. Where do you start? This whole area is going to look very different. I just better get started. So I did manage to get started, and I did quite a bit, to be honest. In this video, you'll see what I've done to the right-hand side of the workshop. I did run into a bit of an unexpected issue, which delayed me a few days, but that's okay because there's been a change of plans, and that change of plans will probably mean that I'll save myself quite a few days. Pretty sure that won't be the last change of plans either. Anyway, watch through the video and see how it all went and what I got up to. And when we come back, I'll give you a hint as to what you should expect in the next progress video. It's amazing how much stuff we accumulate over time, but some hard decisions had to be made, like this fun cardboard chair I made years ago. Unfortunately, it has to go. I was pleasantly surprised though to find out that I actually had 3 slabs in this corner. There was one stored behind the front too. They were a bit of a challenge to move though, especially the large pine slab that was pretty well jammed in that space, but there was no way I was moving the drum sander. Persistence paid off, but then I realised it was too high to fit in its new home, so I had to trim the end off, which was fine because there was some rot on that end anyway. Cutting into the slab released a distinct smell, and you can see me right here discovering that this slab was actually cypress pine, so that was a bit of a bonus. So after stripping everything off this wall, I have noticed there's a bit of an issue. The top half of the wall has a massive bulge in it. Basically, the gyprock has come away from the studs. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera. I can push it in a bit, but if I try and just show you with a straight edge, if you have a look at how much, like that's almost 2 inches there. If I rock that back, it's just massive. The gap is massive. So I reckon in the middle of the bulge, it's probably close to 1 inch off the studs. So I think the gyprock has just come away from the studs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, first attempt will be to try and just suck it back in with heaps of gyprock screws. See how we go with that. What I'll do is in the middle of the bulge, where I know the middle of the bulge is, I'll find the studs and put a fairly decent anchor there and try and suck it right in to the stud. And if I manage to do that while that's holding it there, I'll just pepper it with gyprock screws, and then hopefully when I take that off, it stays in place. So we'll see how we go with that. This section of wall needed a little more persuasion to actually sit flat on the stud work, and with a whole bunch of screws holding it in place, it was all good in the end. Then it was time to fill everything with plaster. I did a base coat first to fill all the holes and sanded it smooth once it had set. And then applied another 2 coats of plaster to smooth everything out. When that was all set, I gave the wall a final sand to feather everything out smooth prior to painting. So I've gotten the wall to a point where I'm happy with it. All the screw holes all covered up. I think I did a fairly decent job. It's not perfect, but it's the workshop, so I'm trying to keep my efforts and my expectations proportionate to what it is. I have started doing a little bit of painting up there. I just got that bit done, and it was going to be really difficult to try and film up there, so I didn't film that. But what I'm going to do now is just basically start brushing the trims along the bottom there, behind the door. And then once I've done that, the whole wall is just going to get painted with primer undercoat because it's got a lot of plaster on it. So that's the next step. So, had a bit of progress since I started painting the walls. Obviously the walls are finished now. So I put 3 coats of paint on that. It looks pretty good, to be honest. I'm not a professional plasterer by any means, but the job turned out fine. It's a workshop. It's okay. I just basically wanted it to be clean and bright and consistent. I've also finished the electrical work on this wall. I don't show electrical work in any of my videos. I don't want to encourage anyone to do any DIY electrical. It's illegal in Australia. For the record, I'm a licensed electrician, so it's all good. Just ignore the secret screen. That'll be revealed later. So what I'm going to do now is I want to drop down this dust extractor pipe. That's going to drop straight down there and run along the floor. It'll be behind the workbench, so that's fine. Run along the floor, and in this area, somewhere in this area is where the table saw is, so that'll be for the table saw. There's an update on the floor, so changed my mind about the floor. I was intending to paint the floor, but that's not going to happen. So to paint the floor properly, I basically have to empty out the entire workshop to clean the slab, give it a pressure wash or whatever, prime it, etch it, and then do a coating. Okay, that's just not an option. As you can see, everything is still in the workshop, and I have to do this piece by piece. So that's clearly not an option. The other option is that I just slap down some paint just to make it look good. Don't really want to do that because it won't last long. It'll lift up, peel or scratch, and just start looking like crap very quickly. So the third option is don't paint the floor at all. And that's what I'm going for. I'll give you a look at down the bottom here, see what I've done. I've given it a bit of a clean and it worked out okay. I did use some cleaner on the floor. It doesn't show up as well in the video, but I can tell it made a huge difference. So that cleaner did a fairly decent job on the slab. I've only done that little bit there, as you can see. Like I said, I showed you, it does clean up okay. It's not that bad. It's got a few old paint spills and drips. I can clean them off. So we're going to go for that. So what I need to do though is start moving out more of this stuff here so that I can just continue basically. So what I need to do is I've got to move out more of this stuff so I can clean back a little bit more. So the bandsaw is going to be moved out, clean up around here, clean the floor across a little bit more, and then once I've done that much, the workbench, it is under there somewhere. The workbench is going to come across and sit against that wall, and then I can start setting up the table saw and get all that side sorted out. So yeah, so let's get that done. So as you saw in that video, the right hand side of the workshop looks very different. In the next progress video, that will be about setting up the new table saw, what I do with the old table saw, and another change of plans, this time with the workbench. So make sure you look out for that video. But in the meantime, I just need to get back to it. I'll see you then.